All right, so our last portion of, or our last part of the unit of study on the marketing mix and the four Ps is going to incorporate not only some things that we've learned about the marketing mix and target markets, but we're also going to go back and think about some things that we learned way back at the beginning of the semester when we were talking about ideation and entrepreneurship, coming up with business ideas. And solving problems, filling holes, taking advantage of trends, all those things. Okay. Um, so to kind of give you an overview, this is an opportunity for you to demonstrate your full understanding of the marketing mix. You're going to select a category from the list below and create a new product in this industry and identify the appropriate target market. All right. So those products can be, these are some ideas. These don't necessarily, it doesn't necessarily have to fall into, because many of the ideas that you've come up with during the semester fall outside of these categories, but these are just some ideas. Right? Again, the marketing mix is a great set of tools that all businesses use to sell their products and services to their target market. We can't emphasize it enough. A product has to be designed with a specific customer in mind. So, how are we going to do this? Well, you should find a category that you would enjoy or are knowledgeable about and determine who your target market would be. And then, once you know who you will be targeting, design the product using all four elements of the marketing mix. Lots of resources on this assignments to help you. All right. So, the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to be working on this part of the assignment. You'll have a paper copy of this. Um, and so this is kind of the pre-work, or this is helping you build uh, ultimately what your new product is going to be. So the first thing you want to do is you want to come up with at least 8 ideas across those given categories of ideation, right? So problems that need to be solved, or customers that need a problem solved, or trends that I can capitalize on. Right? And then try to come up with as many as you can. I put space for 8 on there. You can certainly use some ideas that we've used during the semester. So go back to your notebooks and glance through some of the things that we've written down on coming up with some of those business ideas. Want to try and narrow it down, maybe even get some feedback from your table partner and say, hey, you know what, can you give me some help, or kind of think of a good idea. But again, you ultimately want to arrive at what you think your best idea is. And if it's outside of some of those categories that are on Classroom, that's okay. Then what you're going to do is, this should be fresh because we did this a couple classes ago, is build your target market by answering some of these questions, right? So who is most likely to buy your product? And then who would you focus your efforts, your resources, your money to get to buy your product, right? So, who would you target with Facebook ads or Instagram ads, or where would you put up advertisements, depending on obviously who your target customer is. All right, and just like we did with our case study, you're going to add some demographic details, some psychographic details, and then put it all together and say who your target market is down here at the bottom. Okay. Now, on the other side of this page, this should look familiar because we've done a couple of rounds of this. This is where you start to put together a draft of how does my product, price, place, and promotion all align to my target customer. Okay. So again, you're going to be filling this in by hand. You should have a paper copy of this. So who is your target customer, demographic and psychographic information? And then what is it about your new product that aligns to your specific target customer? Do that with price, do that with place and promotion. I have a sample here that I'm going to show you as well. Okay? So when you're done with that, again, you'll hold on to that paper. You're going to create a digital copy of your marketing mix, but also, kind of a sample of what your product might look like. Okay, so you'll fill in the name of your product here. You'll put your name on it, and then over here, you'll insert a picture of your new product. You could use Google Drawings, slides, or docs. I'm going to show you one other way that you can create a logo for your product. And then also maybe provide a brief description of your product as well. Okay. And if you don't use as much as this, obviously you can delete this text box, or you can resize it so it fits onto your slide. All right. And then on the second slide, this is where you're going to digitally create your marketing mix. So taking what we wrote down on our paper and putting in a digital copy. So in each of these text boxes, I've got the product, price, I've got the place, and I've got the promotion. Let me show you a sample. This was one that was done by a student of mine a couple years ago. Uh, and they created a kind of like a sports spray. I've actually got a couple of examples on here. A sports spray called Lil Tiger, and their slogan is kind of designed to take the stink out of sports. Right. And this was just created using some text box, and they copy and pasted some images. I think they just found the picture of the bottle on the internet and just uploaded it. And then what they did is they went ahead and they created their target customer and each component of the marketing mix and how it attracts or how it aligns to that target customer. All right, I'm not going to go over this in detail. You guys will have these to view for yourselves. Okay. Again, here's another one that was created by a student. Um, Again, image or a picture of the product, a logo, and then a brief description of the product, and then they talk about who they're targeting. They describe their product, where they're going to sell it, how much are they going to sell, and then also how they are going to promote it. Okay, and obviously also including some pictures in each one of those as well. Right. This is a lot. So again, just to review, we're going to start with that paper copy of this part of the assignment here. Really thinking about what are product ideas that I could come up with that have a specific target customer. Can't emphasize that enough. We have to design our products with the target customer in mind.